Hello, this is Deborah with Black Education TV. I'm going to do this quick garden update, and at the end of this video we're going to announce the winners of the seed bag giveaway for this last round. We apologize for the amount of time that it has taken. So far we've been quite busy, and again I apologize. I wanted to get these out a lot sooner, so the children have selected the winners, and I'll give you that information at the end of this video so that we can go ahead and ship those out ASAP. Again, the garden update is this. I'm going to walk around. As you see, a lot of things have come in full bloom. I'm just going to quickly go over things here. And I probably won't do the whole garden because I'm not trying to be out here too long at this point. It's really early in the morning and I've got things to get started on. This is mustard greens right here. This big patch you see there, mustard greens. Those of you who follow my channel know that these are a favorite for me and my mother especially, but everyone will eat them mixed down into other greens. Right next to them you have spinach. Delicious spinach. That's another one of my favorites. Okay. Now, in the midst of what you see here, we have beets here, but right there in the middle, there is some lettuce. Okay. He just found his way there because he was, sometimes a seed, if it finds its way in a place, that's where it'll grow. And so when we saw that that was coming up, and there's another one right over here too, we just decided to let it stay. So there's two lettuces in the midst of the beets. We have some more beets over in another area too. Beets are really good for you blood-wise, and so even though it's not a favorite, we are growing them so that we can mix it in our juice. We'd like to do a lot more juice. It's really good for the whole family. Now this area here, we have these little poles here, and cucumbers are going to grow and climb up this area here. Okay. And also one thing that we're trying new this year are grow bags. And so we have more cucumbers, in which the grow bags will allow you to easily relocate things if you need to. Okay, so those are cucumbers growing in the grow bags as well. Now, in these grow bags they haven't started to grow yet because we just put the seeds in a few days ago. But these will be ground cherries. We've grown these a number of times. We have Brussels sprouts growing in that area. This was pak choy that went to seed too soon, but you can still eat the leaves. But what we've decided to do is go ahead and remove these from this spot here and get something else going in that spot as soon as we get a chance. All right. Now in this area here, in this bed here, just so you know too, what we decided to do was put rocks in between the beds so that I guess just so it looks better, and to prevent slipping on the landscaping rolls that were down. Now I wanted to show you this here. These right here are asparagus beans, and we planted those in the ends of the cinder blocks. Now notice we have the cattle panel right here that arcs over all the way to the other side there. So when the asparagus beans begin to grow, they'll be able to just kind of hang and be fed through this arc here that we've developed, okay, with the cattle panels. They'll be able to grow all through here and just kind of hang down and do their thing. In this bed here, we have turnip greens. Okay, this end isn't as tall as this end. Notice these are a lot more bushy, but that's okay. So yes, you can see, I can see some of the turnips starting to develop right down in, I don't know if you can see that. It's okay though, but these are turnip greens. Now right next to the turnip greens we have rhubarb. I love rhubarb, okay? Swiss chard. And so you see that right there. Now over here, we have a different variety of spinach in which it looks like it's going to seed too soon as well. It's not like those over there, those that I just showed you over there. They are doing quite well, but these are going to seed kind of soon, okay? So you can still get the smaller leaves off, such as these here. And when that happens, I like to just go ahead and get them out of my bed so I can get something else started. There are various reasons why things go to seed too soon. And so we are going to explore those reasons and do things differently. Now, remember last year I told you all that last year was the first time that I was able to get bell peppers started from seed. Well, I've done it again this year. And they are in grow bags. There you are. So these are bell peppers that I've started from seed. I transplanted them into grow bags here. And so there you are. You see those? I'm going to do some more. Okay. I'm going to do some more because bell peppers are a must in salads. You see. Now this area here, we just have scallions. We have these other little things here too. In the middle, up the whole middle of this particular bin, we have different berry bushes. Like we have the blueberries, the goji berries, the, what are those right there? Gooseberries, josta berries, raspberries, okay? And at this end, what we decided to do here was to bring our scallions. Scallions, you can keep planting the heads, the butts or the roots, and they will continue to give you more scallions as they grow. You just keep putting it in there and it will continue to give you scallions. This is one of our little smaller potato containers. Okay, as you see, when the potatoes grow, we add another layer of mixture, soil or what have you, when they start to grow out of the soil, so that you can get more potatoes. You continue to add to it. We have more mustard greens aligning the berry bushes that we just talked about here. These are more mustard greens. So these are great and ready to start picking off, of course, and putting into your greens variety. Now, these are more grow bags, and in these we have green beans. That's another favorite in our household. Green beans are the gift that keeps on giving through the growing season, so you want to make sure you continue to plant them throughout the growing season. As you see, they're starting to flower. Where you see the flowers there will be beans. That's where beans will form. We have these planted inside the greenhouse. We have a whole area up front, and then we have some more in grow bags that I'll show you in a moment. Now here is another thing. This is the first time I've attempted to grow celery. Well, no, this isn't the first time. This is the first time that they've actually started forming, and we're using grow bags for that purpose. So these are our celery sprouts that are coming forth. Todai after that. In the ends of these bins, we have marigolds. These plants are the beginnings of marigolds, which are very beautiful flowers, and we are using them to just kind of beautify the area. This area we have turmeric. Turmeric is a root that grows underground, so the leaves haven't come up yet. These are just weeds that you see here on top there, but the turmeric is underneath, and it takes it a while to grow, so you'll start to see those come up soon. Here is garlic. We have garlic planted all throughout this area right here. Okay, and we have been picking off the lettuce. As you see, we pick off the lettuce because we use it to make juice, and we use it for salads. That area right there next to the turmeric, that area, in which this is kind of like a U shape here. Not sure if you can see that, but that area right there, we have ginger, in which we have a lot of it. Okay, we have more things in the grow bags there. I'm not going to walk back over there. Blueberry bushes in those 2 containers there. And then we have some more beets in another smaller container. We have lettuce right there in a small container there. Okay, now my attention goes over here to this bin. We have red Russian kale. We have rutabagas, which is very similar to turnips. Now over here is another bed where the greens went to seed too soon, so we will be removing these. Because the pods are almost finished, we may just go ahead and allow these to finish running their course and collect the seeds. If you have time in the season, you can do that. If you don't want to wait and you have limited space and that happens, you can go ahead and get those out of there. But these are thousands of seeds, and we're not in a rush to use this space right here because we have other spaces we can plant in. So therefore, we will allow these seeds to mature, and then we'll clear these out of here as soon as they do. Now here we have broccoli growing in this space here. You can see some of the broccoli heads right there. Okay. Now this bed right here is cabbage. This whole bed is cabbage. Okay. And we're starting to see those little, see the spots from where the bugs are trying to get the cabbage. Cabbage is a cool weather plant, and our seasons have been kind of mixed up. We went straight from, it seems like, the cool, cold weather right into summer weather. Now, I'm just going to walk over here real quick. We have garlic in these 3 little bins here. But I'm going to walk over here real quick. This whole long bed here is potatoes. And as you see, they have really taken off. This whole thing is potatoes. Potatoes may not be very nutritional according to some sources, but they are definitely one of those survival foods. Beans are as well. We even have some potatoes in these small containers here. What we did with these small containers, we just took the eyes, we cut them off of a potato that formed eyes, and we were able to eat most of the potato and just put the eyes down in there to grow what we can from those cuttings. So that's what you see there. Okay, but again, this is one long potato bed right here. Now this area right here is a whole area that we've planted corn. Okay, they haven't started to sprout yet because it's literally been, I'd say, about 4 days since we put the corn in, and we haven't had a rain as of yet. We are expecting rain really soon. Rain usually punches these kind of things up really good. So that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping to get some rain soon. I'm going to go real quick in the greenhouse. Okay, here in this bed, they haven't sprouted yet, just planted them. So we put jalapeno peppers in this bed here. You can see the sprouts of the greens here starting to come in. We put more green beans here in this bed. Like I said, we love green beans, and that's one of those foods as well that you could get full off of and get an abundance of. You want to plant foods that you can get abundance from, especially when you have a large family. So green beans, beans, potatoes, things of that nature, greens, those things can go a long way. Now, these 2 beds right here, we have tomatoes. And the reason why we put tomatoes inside and outside is because when the season starts to get too cold, those that are still on the inside, of course, you all see that we have some de-weeding to do in here, okay? But when the season starts to get cold, those that are inside the greenhouse will still produce for you and serve as a holding place to keep them alive while the things outside are starting to die. Okay, so I'm just going to make my way over here really quick and show you a few other things. I'm going to follow the yellow brick road. Okay, so this area right here, last year we grew cucumbers over here, but we decided to do cantaloupe this time. And the cantaloupe are what you see along the back there. And some, you can just kind of see, here is one right here. Okay. Now they will climb up these trellises right here. Now you also see these plantains. We keep the plantains because they're good for you. There are patches of them growing through the dirt. These were kept intentionally because plantain is very good. I don't remember if any of you remember when I said one time I was having trouble breathing and I had made a plantain tincture. And at the time I didn't even know that it was good for respiratory issues. And so I just took like a few squirts of it, and it was almost like an instantaneous restoration of my breathing when I took the plantain tincture. So I just thought I wanted to mention that. Most people consider these as weeds. Now we did take some up, but we have so much of it growing that we were able to take some up, but some we decided to leave in for the reasons I just spoke of. They have other good purposes as well. Now these right here are the beginning stages of okra. Now we only did a little bit of okra across this section right here, only because not everyone in this house likes it. Just my husband and myself really are the only two that like it. So we have a very small section here, but what's amazing is this very small section is going to produce a lot of okra throughout the season. So that's really all that's needed anyway. Now, if we were going to take our food to a farmer's market, that would be different. And we do want to get to the point where we can do that. We do have some neighbors that are looking forward to some of our produce coming in, and they are ready to get some of that, in which we think we'll just give it to them. Because we're not really set up for selling produce at this time. So they've been checking back every week to see what's ready. So like I said, we'll probably just give it to them. Now right here, these sprouts that you see here, these are lima beans. And we put them across the front here to grow in front of the cantaloupes. We'll feed the cantaloupes through these trellises and keep them back. Which those are cantaloupes all across the back of this bed here, all across the back. But these right here are beans in the front. You hear the chickens over there and the roosters just doing their thing. Now, this area here we just put together in the raised bed there. I'm sorry, in the container, the red container there. We have cilantro in both of those containers, but the part underneath on that side over there, we put some melons. We're going to give a try at some of the melons. Now this right here, this part here, we planted tomatoes. We put seeds in, so it's going to take some time for them to start to develop. Okay, and so I'm going to walk around. Here's more plantain. I'm going to walk around. This is the last area that I will show. Then I'm going to go ahead and announce the winners of the seed vault giveaway. Now, in this area here, we have radish. this front part. You can actually see the radishes forming there, okay? And you know we use those pods, and so you can see the pods still wrapped around them. But the radishes are, you can eat the leaves from them too. You can mix them with your greens, but even they are going to seed. But the radishes grow underground, so you're good. Radish is one of those things that you can continue to grow and grow and grow throughout the season. So these radishes are pretty much, it depends on how big you want them. That's a good size right there, or you can let them grow bigger, but you can put those down in salads very easily. And so at this stage, we could go ahead and take them out and get another planting going. Okay, right here, notice we don't have anything in the ends of these yet. We still have other things to plant. It's a lot of work involved in gardening, so sometimes you feel like you're falling behind, but it is what it is, family. Now here, what we have here are carrots growing in these. You can see the pod still sticking up here, but the carrot it's made its way. There's one growing inside of the pod there, and then this one on the outside. The carrots are growing around this here. And this is a certain variety of kale right here. I forget the name of this particular variety. It's the first time we've grown these, but I do have it in our trailer, the name of this particular variety of kale. These will get super large. The leaves will get huge. You can eat them at this stage if you like, or you can just wait until they get bigger so that you can have more abundance. Okay, now this is the kale that most people are familiar with. They are growing in pretty well. They can grow a lot more than this. Notice this area is shaded, okay? Reason being is kale is another cool weather plant. And so we intentionally chose an area that's going to provide shade for it during certain times of the day. In the end of this particular side, because we have the trellis here, we have more beans. The asparagus beans that will just kind of grow up this trellis here. All right. Over here, we have a whole different variety of kale. You see that there? Really big, ready to start eating from. Okay. And I think I'm going to end the garden tour here. And, well, actually, no, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to show you some of the fruit on the trees. Fruit on the trees that's starting to come in real nice. This is one of our bird enclosures right here. We have, excuse me, pollen. I can tell that it's out here. We made this out of cattle panels, but probably see the little birdies in there. That's the duck right there that broke up the fight. Our duck Waddle Waddle that we've had for years was trying to attack these, in which they don't look like babies now, but they were babies. They were new, and they've kind of gotten just as big as Precious over there. But our duck Waddle Waddle, I'm going to show you the bully over here. Waddle Waddle we've had for about 8 years. And he's a bully. He attacks our chickens sometimes if he can get. That's why he's over here trying to see what he can catch. But he's not supposed to be out. There he is right there. He's a bully. Anyway, he was attacking. Yeah, mommy see you. I see you. I see you over here doing something you ain't got no business. You ain't gonna get your hands on none of those chickens. Okay, so anyway, he was trying to attack. He was trying to attack one of these little ducks over there, right? And Precious, this is my mom's duck right here. Precious, those are our babies right there. They're all my babies, but I'm just trying to make the separation. Precious was here first. She's a couple of years old. Precious, in which at one time Waddle Waddle bullied Precious. And Precious said, you know what, enough of this. I'm fighting back. As you see, she's bigger than Waddle Waddle, so he's bigger than Waddle Waddle, so he just kind of beat him down and told him, you know what, you're going to keep your hands off of me, okay? That's what happened. Now, those little ducks right there, Precious had to protect them from Waddle Waddle, because as soon as we put them in there, right away, he went and just went on the attack right away. And so what Precious did, Precious actually grabbed Waddle Waddle by the back of his little duck neck, had him in the water over there, and he wouldn't let go. And it got to a point where we told Elia, well, go in there, get him off, you know. And so eventually Precious let go, and Waddle Waddle, he was a transformed, changed duck. He said, okay, you the bigger duck, this is you telling me to leave them little baby ducks alone. So I think I'm gonna heed your message, because you were holding me kind of long. I didn't know if I can break free. I thought my parents was going to have to come and deliver me from you. You know, he thought we were going to have to come in and intervene, in which we were sending Elia in to do so, because, yeah, Precious got with them. He said, you ain't going to mess with these babies. That's how it's supposed to be. Whenever there's a bully, you should always have someone else that's going to defend the young. I thought that was really cute. Okay, anyway, I didn't intend to tell that part of the story at this point, but I wanted to show you the fruit trees. Now, this is the Asian pear tree. Now, there are so many pears on this tree that I can't even begin to count. Okay, so many. Last year it produced a lot, but this year there is an abundance. I'm not going to say an overabundance, because whatever Yah gives us, we will take it with gladness and glee. But there are so many on here, all throughout this tree. Now this tree is in their yard, in the duck's yard. It's fenced off. Okay. It's fenced off, but you see all of those cucumbers. I'm sorry, not cucumbers. I said cucumbers because we used to plant cucumbers at the base of these trees, and they would just kind of climb up and make their way through and hang down like fruit. So we may do that again. But you see all of these Asian pears all over this tree. So we're going to get, it looks like thousands this year. Maybe if not thousands, hundreds. But it's looking like it could be thousands. Okay. Because they are just literally all over this tree. And this fruit is so good. I don't even know how to explain the taste. But this tree over the years has grown to be quite plentiful with the fruit that it gives off. And now, really quickly, I'm going to come back over to the peach tree, in which this year the peach tree is, I'm out here in my house coat family. That's how early it is. I got to get in, though. Got to get started with school. Really quick here, I wanted to show the peach tree. Peaches all over this as well. I remember a couple of years ago, the tree was so weighed down. It looked like they were just struggling to hold the peaches on, you know. This year, we have a ton of peaches on here as well. Just a ton of peaches. Last year, the tree didn't do as well. Seemed like everything was in turmoil last year. The peaches, you know, life was a lot of turmoil, but I thank y'all for the abundance. I thank him for the abundance this year. Hallelujah. Peaches all over this tree. And we pray Yah's blessing upon everything that we put our hands to do, and everything that you put your hands to do according to the will of the Father. We pray Yah's blessing. And we rebuke the enemy. We rebuke the devourer. We rebuke anything that wants to take away from your abundance. Okay, family, so now I think I'm going to be officially done. I just wanted to show the fruit trees. And another thing too, these leaves, you can make peach leaf tea. Make sure that you find a good recipe for it online. When making it, you don't want to put too many. For me, I love the tea. I love the way it tastes. But for me, it causes just a little bit of irritation. My husband loves it. And this is why I say you have to be careful with not using too many leaves. Okay, you don't want to use too many, just in case you may experience what I did, just a little bit of irritation. And I think it's because you're not supposed to use a whole lot. And so I usually just drink it maybe once or twice because of that. But I have other alternative things that I can make tea with, lots of other alternatives, so it's not a big deal. Oh, I forgot this over here. Right beside the greenhouse, we have more green beans in here. Like I said, we have some up front as well, but we are using the grow bags this year. They are very affordable and transportable. So if I wanted to move them from this spot here, I could. But as you see, the green bean plants have sprouted. And so they're going to start producing very soon here. We've planted a lot of asparagus this year too, in containers. Okay, so that's what you see here. It's going to take some time for them to thicken. Last year we planted some and they came in. You saw those that we had in the greenhouse. Okay, this is zucchini plants in grow bags again. Since I see that these two have not sprouted, but this one has and that one has, I'm going to plant more. I'm not going to wait, so have to get more planted. But anyway, family, that is our garden update, and so stay tuned for the winners of the seed bag or seed vault giveaway. Okay, I know I said I was done with the gardening portion. I just wanted to add this snippet in really quick, and then I'll come back to the seed vault giveaway. This area here, this is a giant tire. We're going to paint it at some point a nice pretty color, but we decided to bring this home and we planted sweet potatoes there. So you see the sweet potato leaves, in which the sweet potato leaves are edible. At this stage though, we wouldn't pick off of them because they will get a lot bigger, and we want to give the sweet potatoes time to just really do their thing and just grow in abundance. Okay. By the way, we are in the front. Our space is, we're literally just using it to grow food. Okay. Grass is not really necessary, although there are parts of grass too, but we don't need it. So we're trying to spread the food around as much as possible. This area here, a couple of days ago, we planted green beans here, so they haven't sprouted as of yet. They were freshly planted, so we should start seeing them really soon. This area here is all strawberries, okay, and weeds. We have to get the weeds out, but the strawberries are just really starting to loop over and do what they're supposed to do, and they are coming in. You can see all the red berries at the bases, and we're going to have to fight the squirrels. I saw a squirrel over here. Once they find out your stuff is here, you have to keep watch on it. But yeah, you see all the strawberries at the bases. We've been picking them off and freezing them for the most part. You see the ones that are white looking, that shows you that they are still growing. Okay, once they turn red, they cease to grow and you just take them off. But you see them all over. These strawberries will literally take over this whole area. As time goes on, they will take over the whole area. And so that's fine. So we're going to have to continue to de-weed and gather our strawberries. When you see the flowers here, that is the formation of more strawberries. So they will continue to grow throughout their growing season. Some varieties have a longer growing season than others. And so when you're making your selection, you kind of want to do your research on what kinds you want to plant. But anyway, that is our garden update. over here where you see Benjamin getting leaves off of the lettuce there. He's going to get some kale leaves too, okay, Benjamin?
I already got kale.
Oh, you already got kale? Okay. But anyway, we're going to clear this area out really soon and plant more corn. We just figured we would let those seeds go ahead and finish off, and then we will plant corn in this area. A pretty cabbage there. And these are the pods. At first I was going to take them up, but I said, you know, since we already have some corn planted, you have a decent sized season for growing corn here, so we don't have to rush it. We can plant the corn in a few weeks to give these some time to finish. This is literally thousands of seeds right here, just for that particular variety of greens, in which those are turnips. So look at all those turnip seeds we are going to gather. Okay, all of those turnip seeds. That is a lot of turnip seeds. And then over here you have collards, and so we're going to get those seeds as well. And then our favorite mustards, we still have some leaves that we can take off, but they have seeded up as well. And so very shortly we'll be able to take these seeds and put them up for the next season. You see? All right, family, I'm finished this time. Stay tuned for the winners of the Seed Vault giveaway. Okay, here are the Seed Vault winners. The first one, I'm just going to read each email, and these were all selected by the children. We had absolutely no input in it. We just handed it over to them, and they all had their little meeting, and they made the selection based on what they read. So here we go with the first one. It says, Shalom, Sister Deborah and family. My name is Alexis, and I have recently found myself in a situation where I am back around family, and a lot of them plus friends. My family has 8 acres of land and a small pond or lake that is hidden. My family and I were talking about starting a garden since we have a lot of family to help out and the space to do so. And the space to do it since there is nothing but land. One of my cousins wants a greenhouse to help lower the chemical trails, so we have been looking into supplies for that as well. Some of my family don't have much, and I think it would be nice to have a garden on the property so that the family could help in it and also benefit from it. I have a very large family, and I am trying hard to help them, and some don't really have the best diets, and some of my family have medical issues. And I believe that if we were able to start a garden, especially with the children around, it can help the kids learn about gardening and eating healthy, and the adults to start eating healthy. Some of my family are starting to get into eating healthier for health reasons, such as losing weight and getting more energy. When I was young, I had a garden with my parents, and I loved it. Spending time with my family was amazing. We have since moved, but I think that the kids in the family would really enjoy helping out in the garden. My cousins have kids ranging in age from 1 to 16 years old, and I just think this would be a great project for our entire family and help to maybe even bring us closer. Since you did the previous giveaway, but the bug out seed bags we were actually looking into getting those. So if possible, we would like to be in the running for the bug out seed bag, although any seeds would be great to start for me and my family here in North Carolina. If we are chosen, we would love to send some pictures of future updates of the gardens when it gets growing. Barak, blessings and shalom, Alexis. Okay, that is the first one. Okay, the next one is from the Ramsey family. It says, "Shalom, my family, and I would like to enter for the seed giveaway. We have been saving our seeds from the fruits and vegetables that we prepare and eat here at home, but the germination rate seems to be very low. We would be so blessed to receive one of the seed packets to have a wider variety of fruits and vegetables in our burgeoning little homestead. Also, I would like to give praise to Yahuwah for your ministry. It has been a blessing to me and my husband. Thank you, family. This message is a duplicate of the message sent to your Facebook. I'm just covering my bases here. Sincerely," and it's from the Ramsier family. Okay, the next one is from Kim. It says, "Hi, first of all, thanks for all you do. Your family is a blessing. I started planting seeds this year. It's my first time starting from actual seed. I didn't start a big variety of vegetables because I wanted to see if I could do it. So far, they're growing perfectly. I have the most amazing feeling of accomplishment from doing this, and I can't wait to plant more. You have motivated me to start doing this every year. I'm so motivated and excited that I went and purchased a greenhouse. I had already planned to give family some of what I've planted, so if I win your seeds, I will be able to give to more family, friends, and even neighbors. We have a bunch of elderly neighbors, so I'm sure they will enjoy some. By the way, I agree with you 100% that we need to grow our own food. And my dear sister, that is what I plan to do. Shalom and thanks. Sincerely, Kim D." Okay, next one is from Elizabeth. And she says, "Thank you for having another seed vault giveaway for your subscribers. There are some of the different seeds that I brought from Home Depot did not turn after 2 weeks, and others I don't know where the seeds are, but then there were a few that did start to spring up out of the soil to grow. I'm trying to eat more healthier and to preserve my life longer because I'm terminally ill. I would like to tell you thank you for having the non-GMO seed vault giveaway again." It had another word here, but anyway, that is her entry. Now, the next one is from Mrs. Hartwell. It says, "Hey, y'all. I'm excited about the planting season. My family and I are part of a very small congregation in Ohio. Small, like 4 families consistently fellowshipping at the best for the last 3 or so years. My husband and I live in a very urban or hood type area, but we aren't going to let that deter us. We have done some planting at our house in past years, and the projects we're super excited about now is trying to get a greenhouse up and running to give us more planting ability. We are even more excited this year, though, because the rest of the congregation has decided to take action, as our city has just shut down one major grocery store on our side of town and are in the process of closing the main hospital here as well. Chaos intended, maybe. And began planting a little at their homes, and we've come together and also bought 4 year-round plots at a local community garden. So we are excited about the new venture and have purchased some seeds at local places, but we don't have many heirloom seeds, and I'm realizing we don't have very much in the way of variety. I think we all purchase the same things given what is available to us, but it is all good either way. I hope to win, but all praise to the Most High if not, because He has blessed us with so much still. And every praise to the Most High for y'all's willing spirit to be a blessing to someone." Okay. Now, here's the next one. This is from Diamond. It says, "Greetings to Watchman, Deborah, and family. First, I would like to thank you for a second opportunity at winning this mini organic seeds. Last time I didn't win, but that's okay because the chance to win was nice as well. As for my growing experience, I've started up a few tomato and pepper plants along with beans, apple, and avocado plants that's growing up quick and healthy. I've got a few potatoes growing too, and the peach tree and grapevines are starting to fruit. I was thinking of digging out a portion of the yard to start a new bed for melons and gourds and another for leafy greens. The seed bags would be wonderful be a wonderful addition to what I've already started and would be greatly appreciated. After all, now is the time that our people should start learning to grow their own food and take on a self-sustaining lifestyle. My family could really use the skill, learn a thing or two about gardening. Yah bless, thank you, and shalom. Okay, and here's the last one. Hi, I'm Sister Beverly. I enjoy the videos that you guys make. I have watched quite a few of them. I even told others about your videos and gave them links to your website. I know the importance of being prepared and self-reliance as well as reliance on the Most High. I had a garden 3 years ago over at the other senior community that I lived in. Management actually listened to my suggestions and created a raised bed garden area for 12 tenants at a time. It even had underground sprinklers, which didn't work very well, and it had a faucet right next to the beds where you could attach a hose and water your garden. It was sad to have to leave that behind and rewarding to be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor. However, I plan to acquire a plot of land within a community garden area not far from me. Also, I have my own private porch where I can put some garden pots out and grow some fruits, vegetables, and spices in them. Therefore, I would love a chance to win one of the 7 giveaway packets. Sincerely, Beverly. Okay. So there you have it, family. We have selected our 7. And we will be in contact with you all. Or if you've heard your story, you can contact us. We need to get your address ASAP so that we can get these in the mail. Shalom, and we love you all. Good night.